Yes, my people, lovers of freedom, let's listen to this breaking news now. It's well striking, made by Dr. Pasopole Nation. Thank you. Well, you're welcome to my channel. Subscribe as well.
We're already experiencing freedom. We did National Healing and Deliverance Crusade recently. Prayed very brutal prayers. And I believe that it is happening already. Somebody resigned yesterday. Huh? And the resignation is not ordinary resignation. A person who ascended that position under questionable circumstances, with questionable capacity, with questionable credentials, who can only become such a position in a country like Nigeria, where mediocrity is celebrated above meritoriousness. Only in a place like Nigeria, whose only qualification for such a post is because of which part of the country he came from and what religion he is from. Placed above people that are a zillion times better mentally, better in capacity, better in everything. Under whose watch that system degenerated to a point where somebody would wear almost a native doctor dress to the highest court in the land because of what has been allowed. Maybe if it continues like that, one day a person of Rastafarian who says a Rastafarian religion, who is a lawyer, will wear his dreadlocks, scattered jeans, and Indian hemp right into the court. And they say, why? He said, that is what my religion permits. Noble profession, dignified profession, denigrated, balkanized, devalued, degenerated, degraded, reduced almost to rubble because of who sits on top of it. But the judgment is on. God will throw them down one after the other. He will throw them down one after the other. He will throw them down. Those who don't go like that either will go by sickness, some will go by death. By any means, they will be going down one after the other. I said they will be going down one after the other. Like peka bagadagalagadada hash. Zekite kepeke dadita galete perete kasoka. Jalagasta. Zaparatekea. Jakite ke baga la ferete kite ke balos. Zoparata ke lete parata kasata kala. Jash. Mata koko bagadagagaga. They'll go down one by one. They will go down. Those who are interested in degenerating this country by putting mediocres in office.
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no.
God will deal with them one by one. Those who want to reduce Nigeria in dignity and make us to be reproached in front of the nations of the world, God will deal with them one by one and rescue this nation to himself so that good and quality people will go into the position. And I'm sure you remember how the system that brought the man in, the system that brought him, very useless operation that didn't follow the processes that should be followed to remove someone else from the office. 1,000 times better in mentality. But we are on, and God is on the throne. Look at your neighbor, say, who says God does not answer prayers? Who says God does not answer prayers? Say God answers prayers, and he is answering us, and answering us by fire. And we decree and demand that people shall not just escape like that and say they just went. Anybody that deserves to face the law, to face justice, by their actions must face it. They 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 must face it. Ezra chapter 7, verse 26. He said, and whosoever, read it with me, will not do the law of thy God and the law of the king let judgment be executed speedily upon him, whether it be unto death, or to banishment, or to confiscation of goods, or to imprisonment.
Hey, this is in the Bible.
Anybody who will not fulfill the purpose of God for our nation, who is strategically derailing our nation, put it back on the screen. Don't let judgment be executed slowly. Somebody say speedily.
Speedily.
Somebody say those that need to die.
Those that need to die.
Let them die.
Let them die.
Those that need to go on exile.
Those that need to go on
Let
exile.
them go on exile.
Let them go on exile.
Those whose properties must be collected back.
Must be collected back.
Let it be collected.
Let it be collected.
That's confiscation of goods. Those who need to go to prison.
Those who need to go to
let
prison.
them go.
Let them go to prison. Hey.
Enough is enough. We live in a land where some of the worst are ruling over some of the best, in the name of one useless claim that is disappearing now.
And so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Who says, I'm about to be very, very brutal. Who says somebody from any part of this country cannot be president? Who said? Who said? Who said? I thought that, you see, we have a system where there is a lot of heartlessness. I'm sorry to say, in most of the realms where decisions are taken, heartlessness that is combined with, I'll use a stronger word, heartlessness, wickedness, senselessness. When President Olusegun Obasanjo came into power in 1999, the two parties decided to present candidates from the Southwest. That is, this party Southwest, the other one Southwest. So it was Southwest. So it narrowed down. It's a matter of this thing should go to these people at this time. So that reduced some agitation. So whoever won came from the same region. Am I communicating? And then it went on like that. In this time now, let me ask a question. What is wrong if it was narrowed down, for example, to southeast? I am asking out loud. A people who have felt very, very marginalized and oppressed for a long time. You go to that zone, and that zone of the country is one of the worst roads in the country. Worst infrastructure, worst everything. And there is agitation. Why can't we be sensible and say, let us, all right, we don't hate this part of the country. Let Southeast produce. So this party and this party, both, everyone Southeast. So that whoever wins is from Southeast. Who says that that may not calm down some agitation in that area and also give that region a sense of belonging? Who says that an Easterner cannot be a president of Nigeria? Let me say hoo-ha. Who said, what did they do?
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area.
What is the offense? What? Who said it? Where was the law made from? Even for once. When I saw people agitating everybody, thank God it has gone southeast, southwest. It has gone south-south. It has gone north, plus. Go southeast once. Those who have gone many times are still clamoring to come again, as if that there is a group of people that are not a people.
If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp.
Such uselessness is also happening in various states of the country. And Jehovah is arresting the situation. I say it with audacity. There is no part of this country that is stronger than another, that is better. And I can tell you, most of these places, capacity, wisdom. If the same people have been ruling and everything is degenerating, why don't you try other people and see? Try other people and see whether things will not change, whether things will not be better. Jehovah will change it by force. He will change it by force. He will change the narrative by force. He will change it by force. Lift up your hands and your voice and say, Father, oh God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show yourself in Nigeria. Show yourself in Nigeria. Show yourself. Oh Lord, open your mouth and pray. The time has come where people must be rated, not on the basis of ethnicity, but on the basis of capacity. Not where you are from, but what you can offer. Not on the basis of religious delivery, but reality delivery. Not the religious to belong, but what reality can you deliver? The time has come. Mediocrity must not be placed above meritocracy. That's why countries outside this place succeed more than our place here. Some local useless mindset. Local primordial Stone Age medieval mentality. The kind of mentality of the slave trade era, before those era. The kind of Stone Age era where they used to use stone to make fire. In this age, people are still thinking as if they are living inside holes.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract.
Can you imagine this idiot? As at 1964, he made this comment. If he cannot find another Nigeria, it will be a foreign person that will be on a contract with them. Instead of employ an Igbo man, he said that they will find another person, either a Nigerian or a foreigner, to be employed to occupy that position, but not for Igbo man. Do you see how this country started? Since 1964.
Enough. Somebody say enough. Say enough. Give the Lord a big clap and a shout of praise. Go ahead, shake 7 hands and tell them congratulations. Anyone who digs a pit falls inside. See, confidentially, someone told me yesterday. He said that man, while they were trying to remove the other man, he told this man, he said, calm down, don't do anything. Let the man finish his course. Even after he has finished, you still have 3.5 more years to be there before your time is up. For where? He must come, he must move. Predecessor out by hook or crook, by every means, and you stepped in. He that diggeth a pit. Beware what you do to others. Beware the plot you've plot for others. Beware the plan you have for others. Because what you sow, you reap. He that rolleth stones, it returns back for him. Somebody say backfire.
It is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee. Because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
That's why we'll continue to pray for peace and pray for Nandi and pray for all the...
And let me tell you, this new generation will get Biafra.
Kosarachi!
We will use everything available to us, and Biafra will come.
Oh!